And welcome to the Geeks, Shlesinger podcast YouTube channel. This is a show called What You Doing? Oh, come on, bro. What You Doing? Where we talk about what we watched, did, and played during the week. I am your host, Enterprise. With me, my friend
Felix.
And
Bubble.
What the hell you been doing, bro?
I finished Doom for the Xbox One, put it on the Game Pass. It has changed how I try to play video games now.
Why?
It's so...
Wait. Doom 2016.
Yeah, Doom 2016, yeah.
Doom 2016.
Yeah, Doom 2016.
He's just catching up to Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Go
2020,
ahead.
y'all.
2020.
It's so fast-paced and frenetic and so full of action that I'm trying to play what I'm playing now as Doom, and I get killed.
Because no,
you can't. There's no game like Doom.
No.
And I really want to play Eternal, but I still have to catch up on shit. But no, dude, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's. I recommend it to whoever owns a console to play it. If you haven't played it right now.
Yeah.
And I watched.
I'm coming on Doom.
Okay.
Because I'm not a huge Doom fan. But that game is pretty close to a masterpiece in that genre, because everything from the graphics, the blood, the sound of the shotgun, how it feels, the way you move around, the way you jump, everything. It's like, I've heard it being described like a Tony Hawk with guns. How you go and have to collect stuff and run around and do this and that. But then how the music helps you and guides you when it's super rock and hardcore. Like, music is very pivotal in Doom 2016.
Yeah, it's a key part of the game, the whole game.
I really, really enjoy Doom 2016, and I'm glad you finally joined
the club,
the hype train. Yes,
I mean,
it's great.
It changed how I play games because I'm used to camping in one place and shooting everything.
How do you even beat stuff playing like that?
Well, I started doing that with Resident Evil 4. Just stay in one corner and shoot the shit out of each other.
You're a pussy.
Yeah.
But not anymore, because I play Doom and I'm jumping, I'm flying.
Now you're dying. You can't play like that.
No, I can't. No, I have to reprogram myself to do it again. But Jesus Christ, it's a masterpiece.
Okay.
And I watched Freud, from Doom to Freud.
Freud.
Psychological procedural from Netflix. It's a German series. It's from this year. It's 8 episodes long with 40 minutes an episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, but it's slow. It builds up very slow. There's a political, political agenda at the back, but the main thing is that Freud is being like mocked on because he wants to take hypnosis as therapy, and everybody says no, dementia and all that shit is physical, not mental, and that's kind of a turning point for him. And it dabs a little bit in the paranormal because there's like a psychic kind of lady with personality disorder. So that plays into the political aspect, and it's very interesting, but I can't recommend it to both of you.
Why not? I love psychology. It's Sigmund Freud, right?
Yeah, Sigmund Freud, which I'm told he looks just like the guy when he was young.
Well,
it's actually a very cool series, but Alex is not gonna watch it.
No. Stupid, bro.
No, you call yourself stupid now. But I'm saying
you ain't reading for 8 episodes.
No.
Are you?
It's in English and British English.
I thought you said it was German.
It's German. You can see it in German, but I'm not gonna sit for an hour and listen to.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's a bunch of good foreign language series coming out.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But I don't want to read for I'll read for Parasite. It's a couple hours, boom, boom, boom. But 8 hours of reading.
No, I watched it in English, but it's in British English, so it kind of translates good, and the translation, the voice acting is actually very good. So I didn't suffer that part any.
So you wouldn't recommend it to me? You say it's too slow?
Maybe you, but it's kind of slow. Not Alex, not by a long shot, but you could watch it. It's cool.
Are you gonna watch it as to be rebellious or what?
No.
Oh.
I thought we were gonna say yes.
You're sucking your teeth like you're gonna finna do something.
So what you do?
I haven't been watching much, but David Blaine did put out a new special on ABC. Y'all know who David Blaine is?
The magician. Damn.
Magician / stunt guy, I guess, because he does a lot of stunts like holding his breath underwater, staying inside of an igloo for bunch of hours.
Oh shit!
And this one's called The Magic Way.
Okay.
And I originally saw him because my dad had a copy of Street Magic from 1997, and I used to watch that a lot.
Whoa.
It'd be crazy how he do some of the tricks. It's just close up card tricks, but they're crazy. Like the one that sticks out the most is that he has a person pick the card, yada yada yada. Then he throws a card up against like a window glass of a restaurant, and their card is on the other side of the glass.
Oh shit!
So a lot of stuff like that. I forget the name of the show where they show you how to do the tricks.
Oh, behind the magic.
I love that show too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But this one, he does a lot of old stuff like biting the card, eating or ripping the edge of the card, eating it, or sewing up his mouth, and then that piece is inside his mouth after he's sewn it.
Okay.
But he's doing it to a bunch of celebrities.
Oh, like one time,
a lot of celebrities.
Like the one time he did a trick on Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford told him to get the fuck out of his house.
Yeah. No, this is like, it starts with Dre. You got the Lakers. You got Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Dave Chappelle, Dre, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, David Dobrik, Aaron Paul, Bryan Cranston, Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Justin Timberlake, Chelsea Clinton, Tom Brady, and Giselle, Ed Norton, and then my favorite was Michael Jordan.
Oh shit!
It was the dopest.
that was the last one?
No.
Oh.
That's like in the middle. It's got more, but I'm not just gonna list them all. He was my favorite. Oh, number one is the GOAT. It's His Airness, it's Your Majesty.
Okay.
But then, because he's so competitive,
Michael
Jordan is obviously. He's so competitive. He can't like accept the fact of what's happening. So he gives them the I forget what the tricks are. The tricks are very similar, just a few things tweaking, and then he gives Michael the deck and he says shuffle them, and he puts them behind his back and he's shuffling, and then I forget exactly what he does, right? But then after he does a trick, Michael's like, I try to stump him and I didn't shuffle. Like he was trying to cheat out David Blaine from doing the trick.
Yeah.
But you can't, because
David Blaine.
It's David Blaine and he knows what he's doing.
Awesome.
At one point, a crow is introduced that picks out your card. So you'll say 9 of diamonds, throw the deck in the air, and the fucker would fly, grab it, and pick out the right one. And you're like, what the fuck? The fucking Raven Crow shit is dope.
It was black magic, bro.
Black magic. He does a lot of stunts. The special before this, he sticks a needle through his hand. It's a lot of creepy stuff like that. But he starts to do a lot of stuff with your phone.
Oh,
so like pick a card. What card is it? 4. Okay, well you pick a card. 8. Oh, pick a card. 9. Okay, then pick somebody. Or they don't reveal what the cards are. Just pick 4 cards. They pick 4 cards, and then you pick somebody. And he picks somebody. Okay, now you point at somebody, and that person points somebody. You take the 4 cards. You go to that person. You flip them over. That's the code to that person's phone.
Oh, fuck.
That kind of shit. It was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Or the other one was like, do these numbers mean anything to you? He's like, that's the code to my phone. Da, 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 da. All right. And then he does it again. It's like, do these, 1473. Does that mean anything to you? That's how much money I have in my bank account right now.
Oh,
it's like, can you prove it? He's like, yeah. He pulls out his phone and he's like, that's how much and they're all freaked out.
Well, that will freak anybody out. Jesus Christ.
And he does a lot of things through FaceTime too, where he's telling them to do it. Like, pick your card, because of the corona. And then towards the end, his daughter, that'd be tight if he had a little magic otter.
Yeah.
His daughter is introduced, and she's picking people's cards through FaceTime.
Oh, fuck.
But like, okay, pick 4 cards, and then she's like, okay, you picked out of the 4, the rest that you picked, you got the 4 of diamonds or whatever. Yeah. How'd you know I was going to pick that? She's like, that's fine. And then she starts telling you actually, the rest of the other ones that you have is 2 of clubs, and she's picking them through the phone.
Oh my God.
It's pretty crazy. And she's like growing up. So she's going to grow up in her daddy's footsteps, and that seems dope.
Goddamn generation.
I really like, do you give a shit about, I know you don't give a shit about it. But you think it's dumb?
What?
Magic. Street magic.
I love magic.
Do you?
I'm magic.
But like street magic. Not unicorns and rainbows and leprechauns.
Sure. It's a good time.
Because once you know how to do a couple things, I forget the terms for it, but you when I tell you to pick a card and you put it on the top, and you pinch it. I think it's called you pinch it. You flip 2 cards at the same time at the top, and I show you this card. And when I put it back on the deck, and I give you the top card, I'm not giving you your card that I showed you because I pinched 2 of them.
Simon.
There's a lot of tricks like that
Okay.
that I got into, and I'll start looking how to do it. Because I'm like, I need to know.
You're magic now.
Yeah, I'm magic.
Oh damn.
I'm magic. Then after that, later during the week, I watch.
Where can we watch that?
I found it on YouTube because it was on ABC.
Oh,
Yeah, there's let's see, anybody else that you would give a shit about who was on there?
probably not.
Usher. That's about it. But he doesn't tell a lot of celebrities.
Okay.
It's on. I found it on YouTube. Yeah. Then I watched the Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for American Humor given to Dave Chappelle. That one's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just it's just a celebration of his career. And Dave Chappelle's like the funniest person, fucking ever.
Which he is.
And he's developed an aura where even when he's trying to say something serious,
You can't.
people are giggling and laughing. It's really weird. Towards the end, he's like talking to like saying something inspiring, and people are giggling, and I'm like, yo, he's not trying to be funny right now. He's trying to put out a message. But you got Tiffany Haddish coming on the stage. It goes back and forth between a set that they had a previous night at the DC Improv. So you get some Chris Tucker joke and a half, and then Jay Farrow's on there, the guy that does a lot of the impressions. Donnell Rawlings, that was with him.
Love that guy.
On the show. But on the ceremony, you get Tiffany Haddish, and she comes up and tells a story about how she started or whatever, and they did this, and same thing with Aziz Ansari. He comes up. Then Common had a performance, kind of slow that things down. Then the Sexiest Man Alive got on there, start talking about it, John Legend. Then Neil Brennan, who was a co-creator of the Chappelle Show, he was the greatest because he was giving you old school things that behind the scenes of Half Baked, the movie that they made. The show, he was the funniest by far. Sarah Silverman got out there. Jon Stewart also got on there. Jon Stewart, what?
I don't know. Jon Stewart kind of.
Why? They were both on Comedy Central at the same time.
No, but that was a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Because he stopped doing the Daily Show, but he looked really, really thin, and I had to Google, like, is Jon Stewart sick or something? I didn't.
Oh, damn.
He looked really thin. Then Eddie Murphy wasn't there, but he sent in like a video. It looked like they were on the set of Dolomite or something. And then Bradley Cooper was on there, and he was talking about their scene in A Star Is Born.
I haven't seen it. I have to watch that movie.
Oh, so wait. Then Lorne Michaels, when they had him on SNL right after the election. And then Kenan Thompson, Michael Che, and Colin Jost. That was funny. But they're all giving their stories. They're all honoring him, and then he comes up on the end and just kills.
I think
it's Dave Chappelle.
And I think for not to giggle, you have to kind of know his material or kind of know something about him. Because, I mean, you hear a lot from Dave Chappelle, but if you really don't know how he does comedy, he can get kind of silly a lot of times, even the way he speaks.
What do you mean silly?
It comes across as he's trying to sound funny, but that's just him. But you have to know, I mean that you have to know his comedy, because if you're not familiar with his stand-up or whatever, you can't get the nuances, because when he's doing stand-up, he gets serious, and you know when he gets serious, but then his tone and voice change a little bit, and he goes into the joke. But a lot of people don't notice that.
I agree with that. It's just they talk about it a lot. He tries to push the line and how do you know what the line is until you cross it? So he'll talk, and he has just a different way of seeing things, and then he explains the way he sees it and try to relate it to the world.
Okay.
I do agree. If I show it to him, he's not going to like it. I don't even know if you know who Dave Chappelle is.
No.
Okay. See? But it's easy to, it's just he pushes the envelope.
Okay.
Especially a lot. Like, he talks about gay people and then Hawaii people and then this, but he'll take something that's going on, which every comic does, but he it's almost intellectual the way he sees it completely different, and he spits it back at you. You're like, whoa, I never fucking saw it like that. So he can take something tragic and turn it into something funny because the way he sees it and he spun it. It's just, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, the kick around the pussy joke just came to mind.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. What you been doing, Bubbles?
You've been doing a lot.
You haven't done shit.
I watched this show talking about comedians.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
There's this one white lady comedian.
Okay.
Iliza, is it?
Yeah.
Iliza?
I'll help you out. Iliza Schlesinger's sketch show.
Oh, shit.
That's her name.
Well, she has a sketch show.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
It's new.
Yeah. Yeah. It just came out this week.
Pretty short. 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Less than 20 minutes each.
Yeah.
It's a nice watch.
That's short.
It's short. Yeah.
It was alright. Some of the sketches hit. Some of them don't for me.
Yeah.
I think there will be a second season. Sure, why not?
You think?
Yeah.
They're really, really, like, the episodes are 18 minutes, and in the 18 minutes you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sketches.
Oh shit!
So they're like 3-minute sketches.
Yeah. It kind of has like this like Nickelodeon show where they
kind of
remind me of something like that, but for grown-ups.
Yeah,
for sure.
So they make you feel like you're watching Netflix. So she has a bunch of shows kind of on the screen like Netflix has in squares, and she'll click on one, and that's one of the sketches. And in between, she'll have like reoccurring commercials of like, buy this protein or catheter. You can't share your grandma's or something like that.
Okay. Wow.
and in some of the episodes, there are reoccurring sketches. Like the one throughout the whole season is Female Jackass, where they'll do stunts, but the stunts are so stupid, like go and knock on your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend's door and answer the door, or start a fight with, you know what I'm saying? So those were kind of cool. Then towards the last episode, she starts referring, it's like a whole little universe she created. Like, I'm drinking this protein powder that was mentioned in a commercial.
Okay.
She'll bring it back. So I thought that was clever. Did you have any favorites?
I did, but I forgot.
Okay, I can mention most of them, but Mom Alert was good.
That was funny. Yeah.
It's like it's an app on their phone that sends you alerts
about shit that's going on.
But like a mom would. Like there was an earthquake in the Philippines, so
be careful.
Be careful. It's like, bro, I'm in New York. Like,
thanks, Mom.
That kind of shit. Okay. And they keep having recurring like commercials for it throughout the whole season. I like that one. Ripped Fat Dude, that workout, that was
funny.
Ripped Fat Dude?
Yeah. So it's fat guys who have like abs and their arms are just big. So I related with that one. I like that one.
Don't be mean.
The Nectarine conference room one, that one was my favorite, I think. It was so stupid and out of place.
Nectarine.
Yeah. So they're in a conference room.
Oh, no, I didn't like that one. I hated it.
I loved it.
I hated it.
Because it was so stupid. And they have nectarines in front of them, right? So it's a giant square, and they're just talking about, and it transitioned from a spoof that they did from A Star Is Born. And they grab it, and and just Iliza, while they're talking about it, just randomly, just leisurely grabs a nectarine and bites it. And then everybody's talking about it, and then she starts to talking about it with her mouth full and takes another bite. And then somebody else does it. And then somebody else does it. And by the end, they're all full of nectarine juice in their mouth, and they're spitting it, and they're tossing it. It's like gross if you don't, they're like, and they're spitting. But it's just so random.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it. I was laughing my ass off because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid and out of place. The Make It Nice lady, that was good on episode 2.
Making what?
Make It Nice, where she was just putting ribbons on stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was all right.
The Getting Better the Getting Better, the dude talking to the women.
That one.
It was just, so they would come up, stand up, and say something normal and positive that would happen, and then he would say the opposite and try to suppress them. And they're like buying into this bullshit, but it's like an underground meeting. So she would say like, well, I put on these pants on, and my girlfriend said they didn't like them or whatever, and she's trying to say that how her girlfriend's fucked up, and the guy's like, well, don't you see how that makes her feel, because she's not as pretty as you, and you're very pretty and you have it very easy, but kind of
shit,
kind of convincing like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah,
kind of being a dick.
Yeah, being a dick. I like that one.
Okay, so should watch it.
Yeah, episode 3 top. No, I don't know for you.
I don't think you would like it.
Did you like
I
Top
feel like-
Notch?
Yeah, it was funny.
That was my favorite too.
Was it?
It was one of them. The
Oh.
first episode, because they have a bun like you
Yeah.
have, and they're like arguing and they're like hitting each other with it. Like, get the fuck out of my face, Bethany! You know, like, yeah, it was pretty funny. I like that one. The Honest Mom one too. That's episode 4, where her boobs are spilling out of the thing and you could see her
that was
camel
funny.
toe.
Wow.
The Maury spoof, that one was fucking hilarious too.
No, I didn't like that one.
That was funny.
No.
So I'm just gonna spoil the joke. Fuck it. It's like a Maury spoof, right? And they're trying to figure out who the daddy is, and Liza's playing like the young girl, right? And they bring out the dad. The dad, right, is a guy, but he's got this pair of giant tits on him. Cause Liza has giant pair of tits, and the mom has no tits.
Oh,
so they're trying to figure out if he's the dad. And the guy who's playing Maury is like, it's obvious you're the fucking dad. Like, just by looking at you, is like, why? Because we both have black hair, and he doesn't get it. No, because he's got massive tits on him. It's like, oh, I thought that was funny. And the last favorite one, the ladies one, where they spoof of The View. That one was pretty good.
It was. It took a little too long in the beginning with the hugging.
But once they get going, they're like arguing.
I didn't like that one.
And then he's like,
I like the one where they're playing a board game, like the card game. That was kind of fun.
It's amazing that everyone that he liked, you didn't like, Alex.
Yeah,
no, he liked all of them.
because I think that like these kids are very there are ones that are like very towards ladies and ones that are like, okay, let's give men something to
You
laugh
think?
about. Yeah,
There's a lot of sketches though, so shout outs to her because she put in a lot of sketches.
and you don't get bored because they're quick. They're like
Right.
3
By the
minutes, next
time
one,
you-
2 minutes, the next one, 30
Okay.
seconds, the next one.
By the time you're like, okay, I'm getting kind of sick of it, it changes.
Okay.
The Nashville names, that one was good too.
What?
Nashville names,
Oh,
where she just opens the door and starts to yell,
Michaela, Taylor,
Kenzie, Michaela, Taylor, and she's like, it's like 2 minutes of her just saying goofy ass
wide
name.
names.
Whitest name ever.
Like Mark
Taylor.
Wahlberg?
Huh?
Like Mark on Ted?
Wider.
The wider.
Oh,
No,
damn.
like made up white names. It was funny.
Okay, I think I get it.
Do you remember any of the other ones that you liked? It Me was the other one.
No,
I like
it's
Top Gun.
alright.
It's good. It's
mean,
good.
Comparing
As a pilot,
it's good. Yeah. The thing is that Amy Schumer had a similar show, and to me that one was hella funnier.
well,
I cried laughing. So it was kind of like, oh, but it's good that they're giving comedian women like the spotlight too,
right.
being there. Netflix.
Well, it's obviously going to be compared to the Schumer one, but
There's space for everybody.
I need to check out the black one.
Because I've seen several of her stand-ups, Eliza's, and
She's
it was
good.
pretty the same. Yeah.
She's cool. Liza passes. So that's what we watched. I know we ran it a little long, ni pedo. Excuse me. Leave it on the comment section below down there what the hell you guys been watching in these tough times. Maybe we'll shout you out. Maybe we'll watch it if you got time. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And always and forever, you do you.
Bye.
Bye.